And I'm Miss Mary Quad's mother.
So we're here today to give our testimony about my mom's beautiful new smile. And this smile was provided by Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. So my mom had a crown that was a bit dated, actually more than 30 years old. What Heavenly decided to do was to update my mother's smile with a brand new crown. Heavenly makes everything extremely easy and comfortable.
The experience was wonderful. Everyone on the staff was very nice and kind. She was real nice. And she explained everything as she was going along. It didn't take a long time.
I really entrust myself and my dental work and my smile with Dr. Heavenly because she has over 25 years of experience, and that's a lot to be said. It's just a more updated look. It's what's happening now. It's more of a now look.
Miss Mary, how you liking your new smile?
I love it.
I'm very proud of it. Thank you, Dr. Heavenly. I love my smile.
Thank you, Heavenly. I appreciate you giving my mom this beautiful smile, and honey, she looks better than ever. Baby, the teeth are fine.
I don't know.
Smiles by Dr. Heavenly.
Business is business. I've made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. I've been training dentists for over a decade on how to start and run a successful dental practice. Now I'm opening it up to everyone. Dr. Heavenly Concierge, listen, I am so excited to announce my mastermind course, Dr. Heavenly University. Listen, this has been such a long time coming. I've owned and operated multi-million-dollar corporations, and now I want to give this information to everyone. The first thing we're going to start by giving away a free webinar. After that, we're going to give a 5-day challenge. We're going to start with your mindset, and we're going to end with self-care, because you can have all the money in the world, but without personal health care and taking care of yourself, it means nothing. We're going to get into business, trust, and leaving a legacy for your children, banking, and getting the loans that you need to start your businesses, all the 7 streams of income, and so much more. I'm so excited to give all this information to you. Click the link below to join my 5-day challenge, the Total Freedom Challenge. Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all feeling? Let me send this link to my boy Carlos. I think I sent it already, but let me sing it again. StreamYard.com / let's see, maybe I put in the wrong number. I don't know. Let's see, E6PE 557. All right, let's see if I did the right things. E6PE 557 MVM StreamYard.com. That's it. I sent it again, and I'm gonna take a picture of it for him so he ain't got no excuses. Okay, let's get it on the camera. See, he done put in the wrong number. There it is. Carlos, I gave it to you again. All right. Y'all, what's up? I see y'all got all these questions. Listen, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to just say it. Phaedra Parks brought a different kind of thing to Married to Medicine, because nowhere ever would we have done the kind of scenes we did last night, y'all. And I'm going to just look at y'all questions, see what y'all got going on. I see it's 152 questions and or comments. I'm trying to make sure Carlos is good. Hopefully he is. I gave him the StreamYard again. He got it. He coming on in. Listen, so bring your questions. Listen, I'm going to start at the top. Listen, and I want to thank y'all for joining us. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Both our channels. It's on my channel and Carlos's channel right now. Make sure y'all go to our channels and subscribe to both of them, like both of them. And I'm going to bring Carlos on in here because he messy.
Not you. I'm messy, girl. Did we watch the same episode last night, sis?
I see raindrops over there. I see some raindrops. Listen,
Hey,
so where you want to start? I mean, because I know you got some questions. I know everybody got questions in the thing. And leave your questions in the chat because we are going to look at them. We're going to answer them and light them up if you want them to be seen. Because I do see them lit up on the side when they're lit up. We got 153 questions in here or comments.
153 questions?
Yes. Yes, we start at 7. Our time is the same every night, 7 p.m. on Monday nights. We being consistent, right, Carlos?
We are being consistent. Now that, listen, first of all, before we get started, thank you to the Raindrops. I wore this in honor of my team. We got, Heavenly, what is your fan base called?
I call them my boopies, but they're also called my angels. Some of them call Heavenly's angels, but they my boopies. Okay, so they my boopies. Yes, so that's what we got going on. So where you want to start at, Carlos? Because I can start wherever. I don't want to talk about nobody no more because, you know, I ain't going to be messy tonight. That's not what I do.
We're not messy at all. We tell the truth and we shame the devil. So hi, Raindrops. Let me tell you something. Married to Medicine is the best show on Bravo. Y'all not watching. Y'all are watching. The people who are in here. Last night's episode, I'm going to tell you a secret. I look at Married to Medicine, the cast, and the camaraderie, and I take notes. And I talk to my other castmates on a few of my shows.
Wow.
Like y'all, the thing that I love about Married to Medicine is at the end of the day, y'all get along to make sure the train keeps moving.
Well,
and
yeah.
we'll get into some stuff later with Miss Quad and the repass and all that stuff, but I just have to give you your props. You guys throw shade, y'all have fun, y'all cry on each other's shoulders. And at the end of the day, nothing is ever that deep to where y'all can't come back from it. And every reality ensemble, and this is coming from me, a person who has ensemble shows, and I love all my shows, obviously. You guys, to me, are a testament to how a cast can have issues, but move past it for the greater good of the show. And for that, I applaud the Married to Medicine cast.
Well, Carlos, some people really feel like after tonight, it is that deep. It's real deep. I don't know if you watched our live, but it went kind of to the left, and I had to end the live because
what happened?
You know, we go live with Phaedra during the show. Me, Phaedra, Jackie, and Quad all went live last night during the show, and then they're playing it on the Bravo page as well now. So they actually picked it up for the Bravo.com page. And honestly, Carlos, I'm trying to be funny. Yes, I'm shady. Yes, I'm messy, but I don't want to go that deep. Yesterday, it almost went deep with Quad. She feels like we did her wrong, but we're gonna get there. Let's start with the other stuff.
Well, let's start with the fact that you went over Quad's house.
Yes.
And Quad felt some kind of way about you taking a photo with her ex-husband's new girl. Now, we know that in reality, hi, I'm the king of it. You guys shoot for an hour or two, and we can only show 5 minutes. Sorry, guys. Don't blame editing. Blame the fact that sometimes it's called a TV show, and you can't show 4 hours of a scene while people are complaining about editing. Anyways, so did Quad say to you why she was mad at you? Because in my opinion, it seemed to me that Quad was upset with you because you know personal things about what her and Greg went through, and how dare you take a photo with his new girl.
I'm going to say yes. She's going to say that I know things that happen with Greg, some horrific things. Yes, she does. But for me, and me knowing Quad, in my opinion, now you're going to ask her, she's going to say something different. And for the show, she's going to say something different. I didn't think Quad gave a damn about me taking a picture with that girl, because when I first met the girl at Jackie's 50 Shades, right? 50 Shades golf tournament, right? This was 2 years ago. And then she came back the next year, and I was surprised to see her back. But the first time we saw her with Dr. G, the first thing I did was take a picture
and a video and sent it to Quad. So we kiki and talking about this new girl. You know what I mean? You know how you want to know your ex's new girl. So I'm sending it to her. So to me, for her, she knew it wasn't that deep for me to take a picture with her because I'd done it before and sent it to her. And we laughed. This Dr. G new girl. Girl, she ain't, you know, and then we talk about it, you know what I
mean? What did y'all say about her? Girl, she ain't what? She ain't me?
You know, that's what Quad gonna say. You know, that's what it should. She downgraded all that. I think that Sweet Tea is a beautiful girl. I really do. I think that she's a sweet girl. She's a beautiful girl, but she's not Quad. Quad has grown over the years, which I'm expecting Sweet Tea to grow as well. But, you know, Sweet Tea is mad at me because she feels like I allowed her to speak her mind at that, you know, when she was drinking. Now, Carlos, I could be faulted for a lot of things, but I can't be faulted for what somebody else says about their marriage on TV. So we went into all of this about me not being in the wedding or allowed to be in the wedding. But at the end of the day, am I at fault?
Well, look, I think at the end of the day, you have to own up to the fact that this woman was brought on the show courtesy of you pitching her to production. Okay. And as a newbie in this field, she felt that she had a friend. Okay. Now, granted, in my opinion, Sweet Tea is a fan of this reality show, and Quad is on her vision board, and she wrote about Quad on her journal before she went to bed because she manifested this life. But she really did think that y'all were friends. And I think you're going to have to take some responsibility for holding her hand in the beginning of the process, and then you let her hand go because you had a job to do. You had to be honest. And a lot of people can't take that. So I see why Sweet Tea think you're shady, because in her mind, she's like the new girl. So remember back in school when the new girl came into the high school, and there's one friend in the cafeteria that befriends her, and she wants that one friend to introduce her to the clique. And once you introduce her to the clique, you wind up talking about her with the clique you introduce her to. That's how Sweet Tea feels.
Well, I get that, honestly, and I take that. You know, we're going to have a reunion and we're going to hash it out. But my thing is, you can't really be mad at me for still being Quad's friend. It was the point where they told me to pick a side. Me and Sweet Tea were good friends even after the show ended, after we stopped filming, right? Where the controversy really, really came was when we were walking on, I don't know if anybody saw it, and I got the receipts. We were walking on the belt line, and honestly, we were walking and we were talking, and I went live, right? And as I go live, Quad called me, right? She called me on the phone. So of course I sent it to voicemail because I'm with Sweet Tea and we walk in and I'm on live. She's going to say on the live, oh, you put Quad to the side, you know, oh, I see you dodging Quad, whatever. Don't do that, because Quad had just been through a lot in her family, right? And I know she was really upset about it. And I'm like, look, girl, I just met you. Y'all gonna tell me to pick a side, I'm gonna pick Quad.
Okay, so now I get that, but I'm just saying I understand Sweet Tea's naivete because she's not used to this reality show. Yes, she watched it while she was at work. She watched it during her lunch break on her iPhone. She watched it while she was in the Uber backseat. She watched it while she was on the airplane. She watched it while Dr. G was eating her. She watched it.
Is it my responsibility to show her the ropes, or should Dr. G have told her what this was? Because he was a part of it for 7 years.
Dr. G only cares about Dr. G, in my opinion. And Dr. G wanted to get on the show to show Quad that I can't get on the show without you. That was, in my opinion, Dr. G and Mo had nothing to do with wanting to show the world his wife. Dr. G got back on Married to Medicine because he wanted to show the world, he wanted to show Quad that you're not going to stop what I'm trying to do.
Right. And he said himself that he finally gets a chance to be vindicated. So if he doesn't have allegiance to his wife, then how can you fault me
He didn't have an allegiance to Quad. Quad went up into his doctor's office, got Fabuloso, scrubbed the floors with the mop child. Quad had to wear her Sunday's best wig to make sure that her hair wasn't sweaty because she was too busy organizing his office. She's the one who had to go to Target to the clearance rack because we know that Dr. G is frugal. So she had to use her Target gift card to buy items for his office at a discount price so that Dr. G wasn't mad she spent the money. So he wasn't loyal to a woman who set up his office. At the end of the day, we only know Dr. G because of Mariah, who created the show, and because Quad was married to him and they were best friends at the time. There is no Dr. G without Quad Webb.
I will say to you again, how can I have more devotion to this woman than her husband? But you know, Janine has a question. She said, why didn't y'all let Quad say what she wanted to on the live last night? She was really hurt. She didn't reach out to y'all. Y'all didn't reach out to her, even to me. Or are we missing something? Janine, you're missing something.
Let's get into that. So let's get to the episode first, because a lot of people did not see the live, and I want you to talk to me about it. But first things first, it was nice to see that you and Quad were able to talk about it. And my favorite part is when you told her, don't yell at me. Don't yell at me, because you're going to bring another side. I have never seen Quad simmer down.
Well, I mean, right? No, wasn't she talking to me crazy? Like, I don't like people talking to me crazy. Like, my man don't talk to me crazy, and he pay my bills. So yes, I was in her house. And I was very polite, and I told her, don't talk to me crazy. Because Quad get in her feelings real easy. She really does. And that's why she's good TV, honestly, because she really be mad off of nothing to me, or maybe it's something to her. I'm not going to say it's nothing. But my thing is, Carlos, I can't say whether Quad is really mad because of Sweet Tea or Quad is really mad because they didn't pay her more because Sweet Tea was coming on, and I know I probably can't say these things, but I'm gonna say, what are you mad about, girl? You know what I'm saying? You tried to renegotiate your contract. You really did. And it didn't work. And you came in 3-4 weeks later. Therefore, we didn't see you. That's why I was so happy to see her at the bridal shower, because I didn't know if Quad was coming at all. So are you mad because of Sweet Tea being on the show, or are you mad because you couldn't capitalize that Sweet Tea is on the show? That's my question. And I love Quad. I'm just saying. I want to know what the beef is, and I'm just breaking the fourth wall a little bit. But what's your beef, girl? Because when we finish filming, and this is a fact, Quad is not our friend off camera. Like, she don't call us. She don't reach out to us. She with the housewives girls, them girls that be going to the thing, and and they looking for men, and I get that they go to Kenya and Nairobi, Kenya, and all over there to Africa and try to find the men, and they, thirst trapping for the gram, and they naked and all of that. Quad with them women. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't calling no names, but you know who they are. Just look back at the pictures. But what I'm saying to you is, Quad don't be with us after the thing. I speak to Simone. I speak to Jackie. I speak to Toya speaks to Simone. So inadvertently, we all keep up with each other. So when the camera start rolling, Quad starts reaching back out, or don't. This year, and I know Quad gonna be mad. I know she's gonna be mad, but this is my truth. This is what I really think. I had not heard from Quad since the reunion. Now, this is before I took a picture with Sweet Tea. I get that you're going to use this as a scapegoat, saying, yeah, you took a picture with my... Quad don't give a damn about that girl. She don't. I'm telling you, she don't. She didn't give a damn about that man, in my opinion. She might have at one point in time. But
do you think Quad ever loved Dr. G?
I don't know. You'd have to ask that. Because to me, I don't know. For me, and I'm going to say this, and I always speak on Toya because Toya is a perfect example. If you love a man, do you disrespect them? Do you hide your money? Do you live a whole separate life? Do you do the things that people do if they love their husband, if they care about their husband? I don't think so.
What did she do to make you think she didn't love Dr. G?
She just didn't. I ain't going to say she didn't love the man. Now, you throw her. I just never thought she was just that into him.
Okay.
I just never, for me, knowing her, she might say she was at one point in time, but she said he was so mean to her that over time she just the love even the like, or it just went away. But like he says, he had been taking care of her since the day he met her. Now, if Mariah is a liar, I don't know, but Mariah said that she was living with her, and then Dr. G took her in. Don't get the story wrong.
Mariah Huq allegedly said that Quad was living with her and her husband.
The word she used was homeless. Now, I don't think Quad was homeless in a sense that she didn't have a place to stay, because she would have went back to Memphis and stayed with her mama. However, I think when Quad came here, she was staying with a dude who was Mariah's cousin. Y'all all know it. And the dude went to jail. And then they evicted her from the apartment. So she was in transition from a place to stay. She had to find a job. And Mariah, being that was her cousin and Quad and her were good friends, she took Quad in. So now when Quad met Dr. G took her in and started taking care of her. Now, I think they stayed in an apartment, or they stayed, and then they moved in together before they got married, and then they got the house. But I don't think he was lying when he said, I've been taking care of you since the day I met you. So if you feed a dog, they're going to grow to be fond of you. Carlos, I be trying to have a serious conversation with you about what's going on.
You cannot sit up here on this Apple Mac computer telling me if you feed a dog, comparing it to Quad and Dr.
I'm just saying you get some kind of loyalty, but you might not be in love with that person. That's what I'm saying.
Can I ask you this? What woman on Married to Medicine is into their husband? Because I don't see Simone groveling over Cecil.
That's different. Simone is the doctor. Hence the issues they having right now. Because, if you're going to get me in trouble, but I'm going to go on and say it. If Curtis was the breadwinner, he might think differently about that money that they're giving the kids. He might.
You mean Cecil?
I mean Cecil. Yeah, Cecil. I ain't speaking on Cecil. I love Cecil. I think Cecil is all right. But
I love Cecil.
You got to think their storyline is the boys are living on, and I'm going through the same stuff. But I feel like the boys need to get their shit together and get a job. They don't have no time to play. We didn't have that option, Carlos. I did not. So you got to finish up school, especially if college is expensive. We done paid for private school, right? To say that it's okay for the boy to take his time and Simone paying. That's why they keep saying they're not on the same page.
Is Cecil contributing to the kids' college tuition at all?
I want Simone to be my friend. So I'm not going to say.
Okay, so the answer is no. Why is it that the Married to Medicine cast of women appear? I don't know. I'm not in the bedroom.
Right.
But you said something that's interesting to me. Because you said they don't seem, you said Quad didn't seem to be into Greg. And it made me think about the other, and you mentioned Toya. I think Toya and Eugene have a good relationship, but who do you think on Married to Medicine, what woman is into their husband? Because I don't know if I see that lust a lot. I saw it with Buffy and the white man she was with.
I love my man.
Oh, we know that. Outside of you, though. Outside of you.
Okay, Jackie loves her husband. But
is she into him?
She's into him in a sense of the thing. I think that after you've been with somebody 20 years plus, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Simone and Cecil, they together. So it becomes like they roommates even. You know what I'm saying?
Roommates like Mariah and Quad? Allegedly.
I'm just saying, you get me in trouble, but you know what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is Quad wasn't with Greg, but like 8 years, something like that, 10 years. Okay, married in the whole shebang. I never felt that she was that into him. That's why I felt comfortable playing with Sweet Tea, showing Sweet Tea, laughing, singing a song about, you can get a piece of my love, like everybody can get a piece of their love. An ongoing joke was that Greg had been with everybody on the couch, starting with Phaedra. So I was going in like, okay, you had Phaedra, you had to ship her, you had to fly her to Paris for some chicken. You had to fly her.
Wait. What?
My analogy was he couldn't afford Phaedra. Phaedra is too bougie. She want to be flew out to get some chicken in Paris, right?
Okay.
Okay. So when you got with Quad, you kind of came down off the money part and you said, okay, I can take this bitch to Ruth Chris. You know what I mean? Because she just want a nice steak. She might go to, you know what I mean? Nobu, something like that, where Martell didn't pay that place. Maybe take her there. And then he got Sweet Tea. And I kept saying, she just want to go to the place that you throw the peanuts on the floor. What is it called? So,
not the pistachios.
What is the peanuts on the floor? What is that restaurant? Because that's all she
wants. That's called, it's something with the pumpkin, the seeds.
Ponderosa, I think. I don't know. I ain't never been there, but it's a cheap ass restaurant that get them cheap ass steaks and you throw the peanuts on the floor. So the ongoing joke is Greg is the man because he done been with Phaedra, Quad, and that Sweet Tea.
When you say he's been with Phaedra, what do you mean?
They used to date.
But, oh, did they do other stuff or no?
They say they didn't. You know, Phaedra is Phaedra, so you don't know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I don't think they did because I did ask Dr. G and he said no. So no, but they did date. But initially, Phaedra's like, no, I would never date Greg. I would never date him. I don't date. No, I didn't date him. I said, oh, you didn't date him?
I would never date what?
Dr. G. Like that was beneath her. Like I said, but I heard y'all dated. She said, well, we may have dated. You just said you didn't date. She said, well, we ain't never much as held hands. We ain't never held hands. And then she said, I said, well, Dr. G say y'all had, well, we might have held hands. Okay. Every time I asked her a question, it was like she would renege it. And then I say, well, next thing y'all know, y'all will be humping and sweating because every time I ask you a question, the answer change. I don't think they slept together. I think they were friends. Let Quad tell it. She said it on the live that Phaedra asked him for a monetary donation monthly, and it didn't happen, so the relationship didn't happen.
Did Phaedra admit to that?
Phaedra ain't never admitted to it, but Dr. G did.
What did Dr. G say?
He said that, yes, she asked me for $4,000 a month.
Phaedra asked Dr. G for $4,000 a month when they were dating?
This was 20-something years ago, but yes. And he said he wasn't going to do it, so they didn't have it. I mean, you know, you got to pay to play. That's what I think. I ain't telling y'all nothing that hadn't been said. It's already been said.
No, I'm catching up. Okay. All right. So, okay, honey.
So I felt like Sweet Tea was a joke. I ain't saying a joke. Like, that's his wife now, and I ain't going to speak negatively on their marriage. But honestly, I didn't think she was ready to get married. She didn't know half the stuff. And she would sit with me and say, Dr. G tells me everything. He would not do this. He would not do that. And I know that he did because Quad told me and people outside of Quad told me. You know what I mean? So,
well, let's get into all of this because the episode had you guys at a funeral home. And Phaedra was giving Sharon Stone in the movie Casino. She wore a black leather coat, a trench with the Thelma Louise thing over her head with the glasses. I loved it. I
did too.
It made me scream. Listen, Phaedra is good television, and that part made me holler. And I was happy to see the butler make an appearance. So I love that part too. So when you guys walked into Willie Watkins' funeral home, what did you think was about to happen?
I didn't know. Honestly, when I came out there, it was cold as hell. We're in the middle of the dark. Phaedra said that we got there late. We didn't get there late. She sent cars for us. The Willie Watkins was all the way in the one in Douglasville. So we drove a long way, got lost, got there at midnight. We see in the
midnight.
It was midnight when we got there. There was some big men standing outside like this. I thought one of them might be Dr. O. Because we ain't seen nothing about no Dr. O no more. And I was like, well, is this Dr. O? What are we doing? Like, did Dr. O die?
So for the audience to know, Dr. O is Phaedra's alleged doctor boyfriend. Go ahead.
Emoji face, right? The guy that they showed on the first episode with emoji face.
Who's not coming on this season. Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, but I was pleasantly surprised. Now, I don't play with dead people. However, that was a great scene. It was fun. It was funny. My problem is they cut out so much of it. Phaedra read Sweet Tea for filth.
What?
And the interesting thing is they didn't play it because they didn't play the part that Phaedra didn't get into the wedding. They only played that I didn't get in. So it was an interesting thing that Phaedra wasn't supposed to get in the wedding either, but she brought the preacher. And I told you, she said, if I go, the preacher going too, right? So then
Yeah.
she was some kind of way with Sweet Tea. That's why she didn't invite her to the event because
she was still mad that she brought Qua to her.
Right. And she felt like I guess she was feeling like we didn't know at the time that Qua was in the casket, but she felt like if Qua's gonna be there, then Sweet Tea don't need to be there either. So
what did Phaedra say to Sweet Tea that we didn't see?
Oh, she just read her for Phil. You know how sweet she say stuff like, you know, your husband is older than your parents, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it was just a lot. And I wish they would have played it because it was powerfully Phaedra. That was why we hired her. You see,
I was just about to say that. Listen, I worked with Phaedra from season 3 to season 9. Say what you want about Phaedra. Phaedra's good TV. And when Phaedra is wind up, she's going to give you a nice, nasty Dorinda Clark Cole church girl read.
Without raising her voice.
Phaedra will never raise her voice. Now, she may raise up the telephone and call some people on you, child, but she ain't raising her voice to you, baby, allegedly. Now, me as an audience member and a fan and a producer, we're all disappointed that we're not seeing the Phaedra who was on Atlanta Housewives. And it's sad because you're telling me, like, no, Carlos, she read Sweet Tea. Because all we see in scenes with Phaedra is, yes, ma'am, I know that's. Like the scene with you and Quad, that Phaedra didn't have to be there because she didn't say anything. So we as the audience, we want to see Phaedra from Atlanta Housewives who told Kenya about the sperm bacon on the pizza. Right. We want to see Phaedra who told Kenya, I'll knock the piss out your mouth or slap the taste out your mouth. We want to see that Phaedra, and we're not seeing that Phaedra, and I think all of us are a bit disappointed, which is why we're saying Sweet Tea is the new girl on the block that is bringing the heat to this season.
Yeah, but they cut it out, and I get why they cut it out because, like you said, we have 6 to 7 minutes per scene. But she did do it. They just cut it out. Phaedra is great TV. You can't take it away from her. That whole scene with the casket and all, I would have never thought to do that shit. I wouldn't have thought Quad would have got in the casket.
I was shocked Quad got in the casket too, because you know Quad's my friend in real life, and I love me some Quad. I was shocked Quad got in the casket too, because Quad is
she went on in there. It wasn't even no topic of discussion. She was like, "Oh, okay, let's do it."
Is it because Quad got a big raise and y'all didn't?
No, that's not it. No, that's not it.
Does Quad make more money than all of you girls?
No, they have most favored nations. You know what that is, right?
Who's the highest paid on Married to Medicine?
All of the ladies make the same. It's most favorite nations by the season they came in. So season 1, everybody gets the same thing. Season 2, if you came in season 2, Sweet Tea is going to get the same thing. We got season 2. Season 3 is most favorite, and that's how they got it. They limited the income based on all the negotiations and stuff. So
when Quad didn't show up to work for 4 weeks, and she finally showed up to work the 5th week of shooting, and she's now, is it because she got the raise that she wanted?
No. I think that they gave, well, you know what? I'm talking a whole lot, Carlos, and I ain't gonna say it, you say it, because I done said enough. But I think that they did good by Quad based on the way she did her negotiation. I think she came out okay. But she doesn't make more than She doesn't make more than Jackie, Simone, Toya, no. No, per episode. Now, it would determine how many episodes she's in. So you get paid per episode, which is smart if you think about it. So you could film a whole show, right? And then at the end, they say, hey, you know what? You didn't cut the mustard. We're not going to put you in any episode. Therefore, they don't have to pay you anything. And I think that would happen with Janice. She filmed the whole season.
Who's that?
Janice, she came on. She was one hit, one and done. She had a husband that was something anyway. She was on our show. Her name was Janice. And she filmed the whole season. The reason you don't want to know her because they didn't really show her. But she filmed the whole season, brought the clothes, the makeup, all of that. And in the end, right before our premiere, they told her she didn't make cast. and they didn't have her in any scenes. They showed her like as a friend in some of them. Maybe
who's this girl that be sitting with y'all?
You talking about Alicia?
She doesn't say anything. Why is she there?
Alicia initially was casted for Housewives of not Housewives, Married to Medicine DMV, when they were pitching that show, and we went up to DC for the COVID testing with Al Sharpton. They were pitching the show. Alicia was the most outspoken person on the show. Alicia moved to Atlanta to be a part of Married to Medicine. She's a dentist, but she doesn't want to practice dentistry. Her husband is an oral surgeon.
Well, is she an oral surgeon? Because she's not orally using her voice to say anything or her mouth. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. And I want to know more from her. Does she not wear a mic pack? Is she mute? Does she have nothing to say? Because every time I see her, I'm like, why is the production assistant sitting next to Emily?
Well, she did say a lot. I don't know if they liked what she was saying. So, that's another example. She filmed the whole season. She was there at everything. She filmed the whole season. And she was supposed to be a part of the cast, but in the end, they tell you if you made it or not. But they did add her as a friend of the show. So she's
gorgeous.
She is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful queen. I do think that she will have more scenes as we go forward. I'm hoping, because she did film a whole lot. So maybe they'll show her. My thought process is, and I'm putting on my producer hat, they had too many people. Initially, they didn't know if Quad was coming or not, right? So when Quad came and showed her ass, they didn't have room for another woman on the show. That's my thought.
Let's get into this. I watched that scene to a T. The funeral, the repast, and all that. Quad getting out of the casket and addressing you guys, saying how y'all left her for dead. She has risen. There's a resurrection, all those things. Now, actually, before we get into that, is it true that you slapped your husband with the frying pan?
No, I bust him in his damn head with a frying pan. I ain't slapped shit. I hit him. I was cooking some eggs. You better be glad I let the brother Tucker cool down. Yes, I did it. Yes.
Why did you do that?
This was when we first got married, maybe the first 2 years. He came home later than what I thought he should. So what?
Was there lipstick on his collar?
No. He was with his frat brothers. But, you got to let a dude know you crazy, right? That you're not tolerating certain things. No.
So you literally hit Dr. Damon over
none of your damn business. We ain't here to talk about that, Carlos.
Well, why did you get mad at Sweet Tea for spilling your tea, bitch?
I honestly didn't. They played it like that. But honestly, and I'm telling you this, Carlos, the only reason I told that little girl that was my analogy that if you hit a man, and I know, young people and y'all raindrops and stuff like that think differently, but this is my relationship and the old school relationship. You can knock the shit out of a man. He ain't supposed to hit you back. My point was, don't try that shit at home, Sweet Tea.
Yeah, don't hit a man either. Don't hit nobody.
I agree. But if you're not supposed to hit nobody, and I get it, right? But if you do, a dude that's 2-3 times your size, don't knock the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all young folk say, if you hit a man, you get knocked out, you stepped in a man's world. My thought process is as old school, and my husband thinks the way that I do. And, other people don't think this way. But I'm glad my husband would not hit me back, because we were talking about Quad and her situation with Dr. G. I don't know who hit each other first. They had, whatever. But y'all heard all this on the reunion. This ain't like no new stuff I'm putting out there.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I had to ask you that because when she said it, I saw your face and I was like, wait, Dr. Heavenly, is that true? Okay. Thanks for clearing it up.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm happy Dr. Damon doesn't have a big old pimple on his head, child. Okay. Like Eric from Basketball Wives, Jennifer Williams' ex-husband. Okay, cool. Moving on. So Quad was saying things to you guys that made me think like, okay, y'all are breaking the fourth wall. It appeared to me, the raindrops and the audience, that y'all felt that Quad thought she was better than the show. Y'all felt, and stop me when I'm wrong. Based on that scene, it appeared to me, y'all felt that Quad thought she was better than y'all, that Quad didn't need y'all, that Quad was the show, the star of the show. When I think Simone said, I'm paraphrasing, but it was something along the lines of, do you want to work with us on equal footing? And Quad said, yes, I will work with you guys on equal footing, and I need y'all. Y'all need me. I said, okay, they're talking about the show. Did Quad make it seem like to y'all that she was better than y'all and the star of the show?
I don't like the word better because I don't think that she could have thought she was better than us. However, she does. And ain't nothing wrong with having self-confidence. You know, like everybody got their 20%. Like, you know, I can't be Jackie. Jackie can't be me. But yes, Quad thought that she's the show. Like the show would not go on without her. And based on me being a professional, I know that this shit can go on without anybody. Everybody's dispensable. I mean, y'all got rid of Nene, and she was the best reality TV show person in the world to me. So yes, Quad thought that she was indispensable. She felt like we needed her. Just like, you know, people saying we needed Phaedra, and I will correct y'all every time. The cake was already made. We don't need nobody. We don't need that to Heavenly. If we extrapolate one woman at this show, i.e. Mariah was great. Extrapolate, the show still goes on. So I think what we're trying to say is a team. Quad was not a team player. You see what I'm saying? And then when she would get with Sister Circle, when she was working with Sister Circle, she said those were her friends. We were not her friends. And, you know I done did a messy shit, but I think I've proven to y'all I'm Quad's friend. You know, everybody get talked about. Phaedra get talked about. Jackie get talked about. That don't mean I'm not your friend. That means that we're doing reality TV. And if you bring up something, I'm going to make something messy and funny out of it. So yes, better. That's Simone's words. You think you better than us. Mm-hmm. The problem with Quad was after we stopped filming, was she a true friend to the group? She stopped. Even now, Phaedra still comes to events with us. Phaedra is very much a team player. Phaedra does what she needs to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's authentic or not, but it seems to be. Quad didn't even play like she was. You know what I'm saying? After the season was done, she was done with us. Even last year, hadn't heard from her. And then she's using the excuse of sweet tea, me taking a picture. But I hadn't heard from that bitch before that.
Oh, now I get what you're saying. Okay.
Right. So.
Okay. So when you guys were at the funeral, is that Quad texting you?
No, this is a producer.
Are you in trouble?
No. This is a producer that no longer that works with us. But I'm
is that James Knox?
No, it ain't him.
Okay. Okay.
You remember Stephanie?
Yeah.
That was her.
Oh, hey, Steph. I love Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Steph. Okay. Quad feels like you guys iced her out, though.
No, well, the interesting thing is Quad iced herself out. She stopped calling us, which she does every year. This ain't nothing new, okay? And then we feel like, we're a group and we stick together. That's the way we grow. Divided we fall. Together we can do bigger and better things. Quad always goes off on her own.
Okay. Now, let's have a real conversation.
Okay.
And this is
Am I saying too much? I don't know if I'm going for it.
No, you're good. No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Okay.
I don't want to offend nobody because I agree with you. I think everybody's replaceable.
Right.
Listen, no one in life should think that you can't do this without me because God's going to humble you. So I do agree with that. No, but know your worth. Know your worth. I do agree with that.
Yes.
Now, I want to have a real conversation. You said that Quad held out on the money because Quad thinks she is the show. And Quad was not filming for 4 weeks. Now, based on the math and based on what we've seen, it does appear, though, Heavenly, that Quad is a major part of the show because Quad came back to film with y'all 5 weeks after filming, and Quad has been in every single episode and has been the main storyline. So are you able to maybe admit that Quad may not be the show, but Quad is definitely a huge necessity to the success of the show based on what we're seeing this season.
I feel like Jackie's a major success to the show. I feel like Dr. Heavenly's a major success to the show. I feel like Simone is, I damn sure feel like Toya is, right? However, my whole thing is, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back, keep watching. Because I'm telling you that these people will play games with you. I'm just going to say that. But I will say that she has been in every episode, even if she brushing her hair, even if she taking a bath. So I think that they treating her fairly. Because if your ass don't come to work for 4 weeks and smile by Dr. Heavenly, you damn sure ain't finna get paid. That's all I'm saying. And I love Quad. That's all I'm gonna say about it. And I'm gonna take it back. So I'm thinking they treating her real good. All I'm gonna say is keep watching. Quad does every season. She does this. Quad be in her feelings, and she does, but we all do. I done left reunions and been devastated, but we still friends. Quad will stop speaking and you don't hear from her no more. Go ahead, chime in.
Can y'all give Quad some grace? Because at the end of the day, let's be real, Heavenly. At the end of the day, all of y'all get to go home with your husbands. And Quad is doing all of this on her own. And listen, I don't know the intricate details of what happens behind the scenes. I don't know. And I'm not here to ask about it because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But what I'm saying is, can we look at in terms of every woman on this show, at the end of the day, they have a man to come home with that they can bounce stuff off with. Because behind every successful man is a woman. And behind every successful woman is somebody, more than oftentimes her husband, who she can just like bounce things off of, and he can say, no, babe, do this. Quad is on her own. So is there some grace that y'all could have for her because she's the only single woman on the show?
First of all, she's not the only single woman on the show.
Before Phaedra came.
However, we've been giving her grace even when she was with Dr. G. She would do the same things. However, I don't know what their relationship was. She might still have not had anybody to bounce stuff off of. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is when you go through stuff on the show, and honestly, I can't tell you how I respond because in my opinion, I ain't never been through anything as deep as a divorce, as bringing your husband back to the show and bringing his new wife back. I've never been through that. But speaking with Dr. Jackie, who is a different character, when she went through what she went through, she did it with honor and grace. She didn't step away from the group. She didn't clam up and stop speaking to every damn body and all of that. But you could argue that we respected Jackie, that we really didn't say anything about, you know what I'm saying? We didn't go in on Jackie when this shit happened. But you look at Quad, I don't know. But yes, I've extended her grace. I feel like I have.
Okay. However, it just popped to me because
certain people are not going to, and certain people don't care what I mean, we all go through shit. That was just like when Toya went off on everybody and had a bad season. She said it was COVID and her husband was in the ER and he was doing bitch, we all dealt with COVID. We all deal with shit with our men. We all got stuff going on. So for you to step away from the group and this is your main check, this is the, you know what I'm saying? All us got other stuff going on. Pay attention to the bills that pay you. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not judging Quad. She does what she want to do. But I think the issue with Quad was, and this is the whole thing, and I'm going to break it down for you. Phaedra is Quad's friend. Now, were they bosom buddies and freaking frat? Probably not. Okay, but they do know each other and they hung out or whatever.
Yes.
Phaedra feels like she brought Quad to the bachelor party, right? To introduce her to the people, being a friend to Quad, right? That didn't go well. Phaedra took a lot of backlash off of that from the cast and the people, okay? Toya hated it, cursed Phaedra. I said she was a messy bitch, all of this, okay? So she took all that backlash. And Phaedra's non-confrontational. She's a messy, shady bitch, but she ain't the one that go toe-to-toe with you. Like, right. You know what I mean? That's not in her. Okay, so now Phaedra feels like she did this big whimsical thing in the casket and the repast and all this for Quad. And Quad came to the thing and did not do what they said she needed to do. And that was owned some things, apologized to the girls. Quad came out of that casket, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't know how it played on the TV. It was like, but what have y'all done to me? Now, if it was some stuff, do you have any problem with me? Do you have a problem with me? Do you have a problem? And then when people said they did, she was like, well, that's on you. Phaedra brought her there to resurrect her. I'm gonna give you a prime example, and I know I shouldn't even mention this girl name. When Jackie did what she did with Buffy, now I'm gonna tell you, you remember Buffy, right? Okay, Buffy's storyline was she was infertile. She had a whole scene with me, okay? But when they brought it out on the stage, when Jackie said it, they made it seem like Jackie put it out there for the world, and it was the first time said it wasn't, right? So Jackie was pissed that the girl was using this as a storyline, correct? Understand, right? Jackie's pissed because she's infertile too, so she would never, you know what I'm saying? That's just like calling somebody transgender if you transgender. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Jackie was mad because that's on her career. She would never call somebody out on what they, infertile. At the end of the season at the reunion, Jackie, even though she was right in what she was thinking, for the world, they didn't understand. So she's ate crow and she gave Buffy the best apology in the world. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when you on a corporate job or when you with people, sometimes as a professional, and I get this, because sometimes in my office, the people be dead ass wrong. But in order to be the greater good in your business, sometimes you got to eat crow, even if you feel like you're right. So what Quad and Phaedra has spoke about is, okay, that you ain't getting along with none of these girls. The girls ain't really feeling you right now. I'm going to bring you to this and bring you a big resurrection. We're going to make it biblical, and we're going to bring you in the casket and make it a big thing. But when you jump out that damn casket, you need to own your shit, even if nobody else does. And own don't mean I did this, but you did that. No, she was supposed to come out of that casket and say, listen, guys, I know I've been distant. I'm sorry. Let me go to you, Heavenly. You've been like a sister to. That's what that's what they expected. That's not what happened. And if you look at the repass when Quad and Toya got back to fighting, right? And then, I ain't give a damn. So I was like, no, Quad, I ain't got no beef with you. Jackie was basically like, bitch, I ain't with you, your friend, no way. So I really don't care. Okay. And the only person that really hates Quad is Toya. But did we resolve anything at the repass?
Yes. And that's the thing. No, and I definitely hear your point there. Why does Toya hate Quad so much? Or let me say, hey, why does Toya dislike Quad so much? Is it true that the reason is that Quad intimated that Toya's was involved in the robbery of Amila's house?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say it 1,000 times. I'm gonna continue to say it. That rumor came from Carrie Wells. We all repeated it, but they only showed Quad say it on camera. Okay? So if you go back to say Toya was cheating on her husband, that rumor was presented by a girl named Zaina and carried by Anila, who's Toya is friends with now. So
Toya friends with the girl who spread the rumor?
And the girl whose house got broken into that said that Toya had something to do with the break-in. What happened was they said that Toya told Carrie that there was a hit out on Anila. The house then got broken into. So we, process elimination. Toya, do you know something about this? We're not saying you did it. But my point is, everybody said it. They only show Quad say it. But now she cool with everybody except Quad. So that ain't really a good reason to tell me you mad at Quad, because the rumors that you cheating, I never thought they were true, but we all repeated it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to be mad at Quad, be mad at me. So it don't make sense. And if you break in, Anila was the ringleader on that break-in. And you friends with Anila. So why are you still mad at Quad? That's what doesn't make sense to me. The things you're saying you're mad at Quad with, other people did, but you're not mad at them. So you answer your question, why Toya don't like Quad? I don't know. Sometimes you just don't like people. And I'd rather you just say that, bitch, I don't like you, Heavenly, because you're too damn loud.
The fans are asking if Toya if Toya is jealous of Quad's fame and how she became a superstar.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not in anybody's mind, but everybody go to the route of jealousy. The people said I was jealous of Sweet Tea. No, I don't think nobody. Toya lives a lavish life. She lived better than all of us. What she got to do now? The only thing I might say And she might be jealous of Quad's freedom. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that if there's anything to be jealous of, that would be the only thing. You know what I'm saying?
Quad's freedom as a single woman who could get
Absolutely.
some dick in Africa.
Absolutely. If there is some jealousy there,
do you think Toya wants to be single?
I think at times the things that she does and says makes you feel like at times she don't like her man. But I think now they're in a better place. Let me recap. I think now they're in a better place. But before, in fact, I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't know if they played it yet, and they might not play it. I don't know. And I ain't stepping past the episodes because I don't do that. This was the first season I ever heard Toya say, "I love you, Gene." And I was like, wait a minute, what? She said, "I love you." I ain't never heard you say that before. I remember having scenes, and I would say, "Toya, your man was in the girl's DM saying that me and Quad ain't Anila's friend. That's some bitch shit, Toya. Toya, get your man. That's some bitch shit." You know what Toya would say to me? "I agree with you. That's some bitch shit, Heavenly. Y'all need to do. You know what I mean? Like, you call my husband some bitch shit, I'm gonna get mad. I'm trying to start out." She agreed with me.
Well, listen, Toya is a Detroit girl. That's
I'm just saying.
Okay, well, listen, I always color me confused. I always believe that Toya and Eugene's marriage works for them and that they do love each other. But I agree with you that every marriage goes through this, right?
Can I answer Ray's question here? There's a Ray Alexander saying, "Heavenly, you shouldn't talk about the relationship at their marital events. In the real world, that will get you uninvited, period. If you say it on the show, Ray, this is reality TV, Ray. You put it out there. I did not. So everybody repeats stuff that is said on the show."
Okay. No. So we have like less than 5 minutes left. Okay. So we recap the show. Listen, another stellar episode. Okay. Next week, y'all going to the winery. And what can we expect before we move on to the fan questions? Then we got to go.
Phaedra is going to have another outstanding episode. I don't know what they're going to play now. I'm just saying. Phaedra's going to show her Phaedra issues.
Is she going to read somebody?
Not so much as read. I can't give it to you. But what I'm saying is keep watching and understand what I just said. Phaedra's a little bit frustrated, as is the whole group, that Quad jumped out that casket and did not do what Phaedra and Quad talked about, her representing herself to the group and owning that she did wrong in the group. Now, we all did wrong to each other, but the whole thing is Quad hadn't been around. Quad was supposed to jump out of that casket and say, "Hey, you know what? I apologize to y'all," like Jackie did Buffy. You know what I'm saying? And say you're sorry. Not, "What about what you did to me? What about what you did to me? Oh, you know what I mean? At the crab boy, y'all treated me this way. What about you?" That's just like me saying y'all had an ambush. Y'all had a whole ambush and just keep it for the next 3 years. Let it go. Apologize and keep moving.
Do Phaedra and Quad get into it?
Man, your business, Carlos. Tune in next week. Episode 6. Episode 6 for Married to Medicine.
Another stellar episode. We're going to get through these fan questions, then we're going to move on. Hey, Tennis Expert by D-Day. Yes. We got Lauren wants to know what's the real reasons Curtis is MIA.
Curtis, he does have some real estate properties in the Dominican because I've been a part of that project. I know that for a fact. And also during this season, Curtis went to Africa with Jackie's sons. They did some philanthropy things. They actually building a basketball court and a school in Nigeria. Is it Nigeria? It's somewhere over there where they from. They really, really poor. Because he came back with pictures. And they got like their bathrooms is like holes in the ground, like pots, and then it's like a stream of shit going. And then when you look at the food, it's like flies all over it. They talk about how they eat raccoons and snakes and rats and stuff. They were really, really poor. So I don't know who gave back, must have been Jackie or somebody, but they building schools or something over there in Africa. And he went over there with the boys, the Nigerian boys, to build. I know that for a fact. That's where he was.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he ain't out there cheating, y'all. He ain't out there just hoeing. He
We
out there
love
doing
Curtis.
good
We love
people.
Curtis. We love Curtis.
Right.
Jim Jones, Carlos, in your professional king of reality opinion, do you think Married to Medicine should have the time slot RHOP is in? Yes, I do.
But that would never happen.
You said what?
That would never happen, but yes.
Oh, it would never. It's never going to happen. Do I think it should happen? Yes, only because, in my opinion, Married to Medicine is the better show.
But with our +3 and +7s, we have better numbers than Potomac.
Y'all beat Potomac in the ratings?
Yes, we neck and neck, but we better. We yes. +7 on Peacock, because Black people watch Peacock later. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, because Black people like me, I be having to like make sure I'm at home on a Sunday night, honey, because we watching Power Canaan on Stars. So
we doing real good. We doing real good.
Now,
No,
go.
Now I'm saying, I think now we're finally getting the recognition after 10 years that we deserve. And I'm gonna give it partially to Phaedra Parks because she put some eyes on this. I'm gonna say part of you, thanking you again for bringing eyes to our show once again. And we've been grinding and scratching, and everybody came to work this season. Everybody came. And when we all come to work, Toya is excellent. Y'all can't take nothing away from her. Quad is excellent when she can get over her BS. She's excellent. Phaedra was an excellent addition. You know why she was? Because Phaedra is smart.
Yeah.
I don't think she give a damn about, you know what I'm saying? Like this funeral scene, I don't know if I would have done it, and I'm a messy bitch, but she don't give a damn. She's great TV, and she's smart, and she know how to wither her way around shit and not answer shit, and it's hilarious to me. I love Phaedra. She didn't come in thirsty, like trying to jump at nobody. She just kind of found her way in and did it like you're supposed to do. But the shit is coming. The shit with Phaedra is coming.
Well, baby, I can't wait to see it. So look, once again, another stellar episode. I had no idea that Married to Medicine has beat the Real Housewives of Potomac in the ratings for live.
Man, wait a minute. Phaedra told me that. So wait a minute before you run with it now. I will let you verify that shit first. Wait a minute.
Wait, that came from Phaedra. Did she show you receipts?
I did not see any receipts that came out of her mouth. When you said it, I thought about it. I was like, well, shit, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Girl, you got me on Beyonce's internet confirming what you said.
That's why I corrected you. Wait a minute. Allegedly. Phaedra told me that. So I'm gonna take her word for it.
Okay. Well, on that note, look, another stellar episode. This is real talk. I look forward to Sunday nights because of Married to Medicine. And I wish you guys came on 8 o'clock. That's all I'll say. Because I will be able to go on live to talk about Potomac. Because we do our Messy Mondays about Married to Medicine. But this is an amazing season. It's fantastic. You girls are truly the best in the business. You guys are fantastic to watch. Every reality female ensemble show needs to really look at Married to Medicine and watch a group of women who come to work and they give their lives and their real thoughts.
Damn, did I say something bad? They say it's gonna be another intervention after this. What did I say?
Oh my God! No, you guys are great. You guys are This is the best. I mean, you guys are the best. You guys don't take things personally. You guys remind me of my show, Bell Collective, another female ensemble show. Like those girls remind me of y'all. Like y'all really, y'all get it. Huntsville is a show with men and women, so that's why it's not a female ensemble for people asking me. But for a female ensemble show, y'all, kudos.
Thank you. We work hard.
It's been a pleasure. You ladies are funny. You guys are funny, and you hold each other accountable. And y'all don't give a damn if y'all mad, and y'all call each other out, and then y'all go and have cocktails the next day. And I think that's why we, the audience, love the show. So Congratulations.
Thank you. And Phaedra fits right in with that. So she's an excellent addition. And we're gonna get Quad, we're gonna try to work with her. But I love Quad. I love all the ladies. Dr. Jackie's my friend. And we're just gonna keep rocking and rolling. So we'll see y'all next week. I hope I didn't spill too much tea. If I did, I might have to take this down.
I know we can do that, bitch.
You gotta listen, just go to Carlos' page. If I take it down, go to Carlos' page, it'll be there. So if the people tell me to take it down,
subscribe at the Carlos King _ subscribe.
There you have it. All right, have a good night, Carlos. Bye.
I love you, baby.
Later. I'll take it easy. Let me see if I can find my stuff. I'm supposed to bring my stuff. Wait a minute.